Okay, welcome everyone. We are with the final chapter, chapter 27. Which is called I Am Home. So we'll just give a minute just to just settle into the silence and be still. Thank you. Okay, chapter 27. This is a consolidation chapter. Yeah, consolidation. So chapter 27, I Am Home, summer 2007. And we start with a quote from the Manual for Teachers. And now in all your doings be you blessed. God turns to you for help to save the world. Teacher of God, his thanks he offers you. And all the world stands silent in the grace you bring from him. You are the Son he loves, and it is given you to be the means through which his voice is heard around the world, to close all things of time, to end the sight of all things visible, and to undo all things that change. So beautiful. Through you is ushered in a world unseen, unheard, yet truly there. Holy are you, and in your light, the world reflects your holiness. For you are not alone and friendless. I give thanks for you and join your efforts on behalf of God, knowing they are on my behalf as well. And for all those who walk to God with me. Amen. A merge is occurring. I had observed during gatherings that David sometimes spoke directly as the Spirit, and at other times as David. Regardless, the presence was consistent. The same light and clarity of the Spirit shone through his being and his words. The faces in the audience lit up in recognition of the truth. They felt such a strong connection, regardless of who they perceived David to be. A friend they could relate to, or the voice for God. As for me, much of my journey had involved two aspects of myself, the questioner and the Spirit. Now, however, I could feel a merge happening within my mind. The Holy Spirit no longer felt like a separate source that I prayed to. It was more of a quiet awareness of truth, an ever-present answer to whatever was arising. This morning I felt a surge of inspirational energy and felt the prompt to sit and write. This writing felt like a culmination of everything I had learned over the past 2 years, and it came directly from the voice of the Spirit that I am. The truth is true, and only the truth is true. This profoundly simple statement, when applied to every seeming problem, has the power to bring the mind out of confusion and fear and back into the simplicity and safety of the present moment in an instant. But what is the truth? Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." The truth is an experience that God is. It is a state of mind far beyond form. Words can be reflective of it and point towards it, but the truth can be known only as an actual experience. When Jesus said, "Be as little children," he was speaking of an open state of mind, a willing and humble attitude that has happily released the belief that it knows what the world is for and how it should be. Remember, this world is a substitute for heaven. It is not your home. All memories, thoughts, relationships, places, events, and people are to be used for the glorious purpose of awakening. Tread lightly amongst the images. With gratitude, allow them to be released from your holy mind. Only through true forgiveness can the mind be freed from illusions and free to accept reality as it was created by God, the Father. The name of God is the replacement for all separate purposes and meanings, and calls forth the remembrance that creation has one name, one meaning, and a single source that unifies all things within itself. This is true forgiveness, and it leads to unified perception, which does not see separation and fragmentation. This is the love of God, which is not of this world. Do not waste another precious moment searching for meaning in images. The world is the past. It is over and done with. Come, abide with me. Trust in me. Release the past and give yourself to me in this holy instant. There is no alternative but to accept God's plan for salvation. To attempt another way is nothing but a distraction, meaningless in eternity, but tragic in time because of the unnecessarily conflicted state of mind that is being chosen. You have cause for freedom now. You have cause for happiness now. Acceptance is all that is required. Come and rejoice with me in the simplicity of the truth. Spiritual community blossoms. As David and I were praying about what was coming next, I realized that my journey into mysticism would be a constant going into the unknown, beyond what I believed was possible. I now knew that this life was my path, and I now knew that this path was my life. The answer to my prayer for healing, and not something that was happening to me. I was finally experiencing that my will and God's will were indeed one. The next step of the Spirit's plan began to be revealed when friends who had followed our journey over the internet felt prompted to join us in community. People from Canada, Europe, New Zealand, Australia, and the US expressed their desire to come to the Peace House. Some wanted to come for retreats, and others felt to rent or buy houses in our street. They felt called, as I had done years before, to be of service and deepen in their relationship with God. The collaborative nature of holy relationship was ready to expand far beyond two. Each gift I had received and practiced with David, forgiveness, full communication, trust, patience, open-mindedness, and flexibility, were now gifts to be happily shared. David was joyfully open-minded and receptive to every possibility, as if he were Jesus at the gates of heaven with arms open, saying, "Come, you're so welcome." He knew that Jesus was in charge of the plan and that everything would be provided, from housing to food to projects for everyone. Whilst the form of how things would look was unknown, with the Spirit leading the way, we knew it would be an adventure. Little did we know the magnitude of the plan that was unfolding, in which many of us would come to live together in spiritual community, shining the light and sharing the message of truth around the world for years to come. Remembrance of the song. My journey with David has taken me into the experience that I prayed for many years ago. I asked to know a love not of this world, to experience holy relationship. Although David and I are no longer marriage partners, our love has not ended and is beyond the world of form. It is of God. Its sole purpose is clarity of mind, happiness, and freedom. David continues to be a source of inspiration and support to me in an ever-deepening journey into mysticism. As I pause and reflect on the nature of our relationship, my heart fills with gratitude and I'm moved to tears. No matter what the experience, David is always right here with me, in person or in mind, with twinkling eyes, in full support, knowing exactly what I'm experiencing. The spiritual journey of undoing and healing is a path of releasing fear-based limits and accepting the opportunities the Spirit offers the heart. After saying yes to what is given and yes to letting go many, many times, a forgotten song is remembered. It is the ancient song of a love and a home that cannot be found in this world. It is a prayer that never ceases, a simultaneous giving and receiving of gratitude. If this silent prayer had words, they would be, "How can I share your love?" The answer is always a blessing. Extending the awareness of truth is the purpose of life. It is all I have and all I am. Everything has led to this state of mind, this total union with God. The end dash the beginning. Thank you. Wow, what a journey, hey? What a journey. Every step has been a journey. The living through it, the writing of it, the reading it, the sharing of it. And what a gift to go back through it again now at this time, just to drop into and be with the profound healing content and counsel from the Spirit. It's just, such a gift. Yeah, thank you. And I'm so grateful. So many responses of miracles and gratitude of just the recognition of going through the same healing and the timing of it being so given, so perfect. It's the answer to a prayer. The prayer. So I've updated my web page on kirstenbuxton.org. It's the live tab. So there you'll find we've started a new Facebook group, which is an invitation for you to come and join the group, and please share. I would love to hear your experiences, testimonies, miracles, healing, because so many of these messages have been on different channels, and I've caught some of them, but maybe not all of them. So I would I would love it if you feel called to join the group and share. Just share from your heart. And I've also received some other questions. I couldn't get to the questions earlier on in the book reading series. I could just feel the guidance from the Spirit of just know it's just not the right time yet, and knowing that some of these questions would be answered through the reading of the chapters. And for myself, I've just been drawn into a very quiet phase, like a hermitage, pretty much these last 5 weeks, other than joining with you here in this way. But there are some questions, a couple of questions I do feel for sure they've come back into my mind that I will be answering. So stay tuned on that web page too. There's also a link to send in a contribution. A couple of people have asked how they could send in a gratitude gift. And this is a Living Miracles publication. So I've included the link to make a donation to Living Miracles on their webpage too. And also a link to my mailing list, which is a very simple way that if there's a follow-up gathering to do with I Married a Mystic, sign up to that mailing list, and then that is a very easy way that I can keep you updated if you're not in the Facebook group, or as well as the Facebook group. Yeah, I'm just so grateful. So grateful. So thank you again, everyone, and I'll see you in the group, or just see you in the silence. Yeah. It's a deep journey of healing, a really deep journey. I've had quite a few messages of calls for love and just afraid of facing the darkness. And so, again, I just want to just reiterate, it's always that the Spirit is with us. There's a hand outstretched to take us with a light that will shine the way through us every step, like it has done through this demonstration of the book over and over and over again. We're never alone. So we're never given more than we can handle. for sure. Okay, lots of love, all of my love and blessings to you.